Yeah, okay, mate. Okay. Are we all okay to go? Right there. Thierry, are we okay to go? Okay. Take him low, boys! Good. Back. One, movement! Wait a minute, line, play ball. Adam, get off him, don't go back round. Yeah. Cheers. Come on, mate. Nice line, Dave. Here we are, boys, ready, Dave. Go. Low! One. Move, Grant! Wait here, boys, back here, Adam, wait here. Push him forward, play on him, short the 10. One. That's fine. So's that. Two. Move, Leon! Wait here, mate, wait here. Wait! Go, two. Shoulder. Three. Move, Grant! Stay on side, Andy. Wait here. Go, three. Okay.
From home, Pelissier. So it really is a tall order for the Castleford Tigers. Escaré. Here is Gigo. He will get the first try of the game. Or did he? Referee Ben Thaler wonders whether that is a try. He thinks it is. He wants video refs, Thierry Alibert and Sam Ansell just to confirm that.
But I don't think there's going to be a problem here. Tony Gigo, and this is exactly the start that they're after. Lauren Frejanu knows that they're up against a good Castleford side who've not had it their own way the last few visits. Was he tackled? Is it a double movement? We'll just have a little look as he goes to the ground. Is there any hands on him? Is that tackle complete? Is the momentum still going forward, Barry?
I think it probably is a double movement. I thought when I first watched, Tony Gigo could have possibly passed the ball on. You can just hear the referees happy with whether he thinks the tackle is effected or not. I think he had opportunity to pass to Chris Naninu.
Try, yes, agree.
Looks like it's an affirmative start and a good start for the Dragons.
Could be his 9th try for Tony Gigo on what has been a very productive return for the Catalan Dragons. It is. That's 4 in 4 for Gigo. And the perfect start for the Catalan Dragons. Wasn't a perfect start for us. Apologies for the absence of commentary early on. 1 or 2 technical issues which we've sorted out between Perpignan and the UK. We are up and running again.
Well, that's exactly what they're after. Big physical start, make sure that they play on the back of some decent go forward, and the try from Tony Gigo on the right edge just shows what this Catalan side can do. They're a very good side, and they're going to be led round by that man, Todd Carney, who was the 2010 Dalian winner in the NRL, which is the equivalent of the Man of Steel. So he's got some form.
Chris Naninu has got the goal-kicking duties again. He kicked 2 against the Huddersfield Giants last week in defeat. A defeat that put an end to the Catalan Dragons' hopes of making the top 4, but they could still climb a place today. They're in 8th in the Super 8s going into this game. Castleford Tigers in 5th. Inu thumps that ball, certainly gave it some stick, just didn't get the direction. But Catalan ahead by 4 points to 0.
Well, Castleford under pressure, self-inflicted pressure, I may add. A penalty right from the kick-off. Gave possession and position to the Dragons, and Tony Gigo, we've watched him all year. Lovely balance, and he's got a good try-scoring instinct. He gets his side in front on the scoreboard. 4 points to 0.
Castleford Tigers lost by a point the last time they were in Perpignan and felt they were hard done by. There was
pushing forward, play on good.
Dennis Son-Mona, no try for an offside from a kick, which I can still see in my mind's eye, and still can't figure out how he was offside.
We all called it a try, didn't we?
It was a superb kick.
Yeah, we all called it a try.
It wasn't a try.
Well, do you know what? They were spirited last week when they played on the road, when they went to Huddersfield. They lost that game 24 points to 12. The last time they were at home was against the Saints side, and they beat them very convincingly.
40.
So we know what they can do at home, but on the travels, they've got to be better, and they were that last week, so they'll take that confidence into this game.
But it is the story of their season to a certain extent. I mean, that was a win that probably got away. If that try had counted, they'd have won that game. They'll always talk about that Crabtree try when they lost to Huddersfield Giants. The Crabtree try under the posts. And those points, given the situation, you look at that situation in the top four between Huddersfield, St Helens and Cass now.
But they've got fighting spirit, and that time Castleford he's built on fighting spirit and going against adversity. They're still in the mix. They've still got a good shout with getting that fourth spot, and I believe they'll have the confidence and they'll have the self-belief through the leadership of Darryl Powell to give it a good shake.
Good. Okay, all on.
Well, this their first away game of the series, and it does get tougher for the Castleford Tigers. They've got to go to Huddersfield, Leeds and Wigan, and they've got a home game against St Helens in their remaining 4 Super 8 matches. So to win here in Catalan, well, what a bonus that would be. Pomeroy, that somehow went backwards. I don't think he knew an awful lot about that. The centre returning to the side. Zebtaya trying to play the ball, gets the penalty.
Yeah, well, they're just clutching there. They lost contact. They were falling off the tackle, and just the urgency to get up and play that ball from Catalan. You can see Zebtaya. Well, he gets out, he skips outside of Liam Finn. They lose collision up top with McMeekan, and then they're trying to make up for him by slowing him down, resulting in this penalty.
They're spooking all the Castleford Tigers on the back foot so far in this game, and the ball finds Jordan Sigismo, but that's good defence. Gibson making sure the young winger ends up in touch.
It's outstanding defence from Castleford, but not the brightest, not the best idea to go on such a skinny side. And Castleford, this will be the first positive input with the ball, and Sigismo, he has no chance of staying on the island. Ash Gibson opposing him today.
Well, they come up with a brilliant win last week, didn't they, Castleford? And it was that man's drop goal, Liam Finn, who knocks it over, took control of the game, dropped it onto his left foot, beat Warrington 17-16, but it was the defence that I thought was absolutely brilliant. They worked hard for each other, they were committed. The communication when they were under pressure on the try line, and there was a number of them that just stood up. I thought Andy Lynch, Millington, but Liam Finney just guided them around.
We were saying earlier on, the Castleford Tigers flew in this morning to Perpignan, direct, in and out in the day. It's a well-tried routine. Doesn't give you an awful lot of time for after-match hospitality. Speaking from experience. Although some people still manage to find a way. Castleford Tigers under possession. Haven't really had their hands on the ball early on.
And this is where, sorry Bill, this is where they just feel the way into the game. When they're being under pressure, they've conceded a try, they give a couple of penalties away. Just need a couple of good touches.
Well, they get to the kick. And Morgan Escaray is underneath it and under pressure from Carney, and Carney took him early. Carney just checks on him, and way too early. Justin Carney with his intervention there on the Catalan fullback.
Well, Justin Carney makes a huge effort to get there, can't slow himself down, and that doesn't look great. His arms out in front, it's no good holding your hands out, you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, and Morgan Escaray falls flat on his back, and that could have been a heck of a lot worse.
Do you know, he's a brilliant player, isn't he, Justin Carney? He can pull out with that tackle. He scored 2 tries last week, and he scored 62 tries in 60 appearances for this Cass side. What he can't do is give penalties away like that.
Just listening to Ben Thaler, and he's telling the Castleford players, you're giving away 3 really daft penalties.
Yeah. Well, if you want to win down in the south of France, you can't give a penalty like that. You can pull out of that. You've got them trapped 10 yards from the line, and that's just, it's just a poor effort really from Justin Carney.
Gise on the sidelines for the Catalan Dragons. So Ben Thaler just having a word with Michael Shenton, the Tigers skipper there. And that penalty for the tackle on Morgan Escaray, who really is a tough cookie. He's not the biggest of guys. He's only missed 3 games all this year. He didn't miss a game last year. He does take some stick.
Well, when you're small on the pitch, people tend to find you. They tend to work you over. You're known as a spot player, so you'll be targeted. But so durable as is that man, Pelissier, who's just passed the ball.
Here's Zebtea, one of the players leaving the Catalan Dragons at the end of the season. No Scott Giroux in the Catalan side today. He'll be on his way back to Australia. What a miss he will be, not just today, but from the club as a whole. That kick is high in the air. It's Carney who gathers it in the end and cannot get out of trouble. Good chase from the Catalan Dragons. You wouldn't think from the early stages of this game that there was nothing in it for them.
Great work from Inu. The high bomb, the high kick goes up, and Inu, as is his job, he's pushing up, pushing up, pushing up, and it's big man against big man, and he does incredibly well. Justin Carney, we've already talked about the physical presence that he is. He's trying to get down low, Justin Carney. He's not allowed to do. Inu does a superb job.
Well, I think Catalan are chasing Warrington. I think they're chasing Hull as well. So a win here will see them level on points. They don't want to finish with the wooden spoon. That's what they're playing for today.
Goal line dropouts, and here is Jeff Lima. So the Castleford Tigers very much on the back foot. Early on in this game at the Stade Gilbert Brutus in a steamy southwest of France. It's warm but close and muggy. Pelissier trying to get away. They still haven't got a hold of him. They have now.
Good offload from Taya.
But Catalan, quick play the ball. Carney, Zebtea, second try of the game for the Catalan Dragons. And the man who will be back to the NRL at this season has got his 12th try of this campaign. And Catalan Dragons starting as though they mean business in this game against the Castleford Tigers.
Well, we've had the pleasure of watching that man every week, Zebtea. He makes the offload. Watch him in the background. He's not content with the good work he's done. He gets on his bike, gets on the end of that pass from Todd Carney, and he runs right over the top of Liam Finn. Sensational work. And about halfway through the season, me and you, Bill, we were talking about his credibility for the man of steel. He picked up a bad knock, a bad ankle, knee injury. His form suffered. He's going back to the NRL at the end of this year, and it'll be a bad loss for the Catalan Dragons and Super League in general.
First try since the Magic weekend for Zebtea. Did hit a bit of a lull. I think we put the mockers on him after we tipped him for Man of Steel, actually, and
I think it was actually you, Bill. Don't rope us into it with you.
I thought it was a fair call.
It was absolutely brilliant, wasn't he? Covers a number of positions.
Not just, he was great last season as well. Chris Nanino then, looking to extend the Catalan Dragons lead by another couple of points. And the Castleford Tigers really haven't had a chance to get into this game, have they? They hardly got their hands on the ball. When they did, they got to the kick and then conceded the penalty. Inu. Came to Catalan from Stade Francais Rugby Union midway through the season. Has been a very good acquisition, contributing, well, couldn't quite drag that one in.
Well, it's game on now, isn't it, for Castleford? You don't want Todd Carney running at you at the line. And you can see the amount of players who are looking at what Todd Carney's doing. Is he going to pass the ball? Is he going to show and go? Well, on that occasion, he gives it to Zebtea. And that's that pass that Todd Carney's got in his armoury. It doesn't move up and down. It just always finds the player, hits the button. There's no change of direction. And when you don't have to change direction as a big man, well, in that position, you're going to score some tries.
Looks like it's raining in Perpignan. It's light, miserly stuff, sprinkling. Two goal kicks missed by Chris Nanino, which normally
that's another penalty.
Landed. Yeah, another penalty.
Well, he's getting some stick, Liam Finn. He's having big men running at him. Not only are they running at him directly, they're running away from him, making him work a little bit harder. And Viteri takes one right round the chops, and it's worth just for a minute just talking about the day that Castleford have had. They've had an early start. You'd imagine it's around 5 a.m. Get to Leeds Bradford Airport. If they're going to do all the travel and what, so you rev, and your revometer is up from very early in the day, then you've got more travel, more things to contend and deal with, and the professional element of a travel and a journey like that just means you keep yourself in neutral. And there's another penalty, Oliver Ellimer. That's the 5th penalty that Castleford have given away. Penalty count 5-0, Andy Lynch, experienced campaigner.
And this is just where they need to be better, more clinical, more composed, because by giving those penalties away, it's just simple field position.
Again, they're on the back foot, the Castleford Tigers. Again, Todd Carney is pulling the strings. What a season it might have been if they'd managed to keep Todd Carney fit, but succession of injuries, bicep was one of them, I think. All sorts of problems. Here is Olivier Ellimer. Had a spell with the Castleford Tigers, made one appearance for them in actual fact. Thierry, well, he got that ball away, but Pelissier was a metre in front of him by the time the pass connected.
Well, he gets his arm free, doesn't he? He's just trying to wait for one of his teammates to just push up with him. Thierry gets rid of a couple of players. Milner can't control it, and then Pelissier, well, he just overruns, but you can see he's looking. Then last second, he sees him, gives it him, but unfortunately, it's forward for them.
Castleford Tigers don't have a great record in France. They've lost on each of their last 5 visits to Perpignan, and they've lost on 7 of 9 visits to the south of France. So the weight of history is against the Tigers, looking to make the top 4 for the 2nd successive season. Close to the league leaders' shield. It was on this pitch at the Stade Gilbert Brutus last season that those hopes went west.
Well, it was the last game of season, wasn't it? It was round 27. I think it was 24 points to 6, Bill. It came down, everyone was expecting him to put in a performance, but unfortunately, it wasn't their day.
And it was for the league leaders' shield. There was a heck of a lot riding on the game as well, so they need to acclimatise fast and get themselves back into this game. I called them to win this game, Castleford, but they've no chance if they continue to play like this.
Long way to go. They trail by 8 points to 0. Yet to put it together, really. Gale gets the kick away, and it bounces comfortably for Morgan Escaray. Looks up. Where's Justin Carney, he thinks. I'll go that way. But runs into Adam Milner instead.
Well, this is where they need to work hard now, Castleford. As I said, they were absolutely brilliant last week. They got off the line, they were tackling in numbers, they were slowing the game down for Warrington. They targeted Darrell Clark. I mean, if it was a slow play the ball, it takes away his game. And that's what they'll have to do with this man, Pelissier. He's just as explosive from dummy half. You can't give him an inch.
More used to seeing Pelissier coming off the bench, but Laurent Freysinou deciding to give Pelissier his first start since the game against Wakefield in June. That kick too strong.
And normally in those tough games, those tough encounters, Ian Henderson's very good, isn't he? And then when people are starting to get tired, they bring Pelissier on.
I wonder if you think there's some sort of psychology here, because they've got Henderson's going, Paul Aiton's coming in. Is it saying to Pelissier, look, do you want to be the main man here? It's your turn now, or are you going to continue to be the understudy?
It could well be. It could well be that. Well, he's got to go out there and he's got to perform, hasn't he? He's got to make that decision for Laurent Freysinou.
Goal line dropout, but once again, they're quickly on the back foot of the Castleford Tigers. Pelissier, little gesture from the hooker, indicating where he's going or not going. Dummy for Giroud, for Carney, beg your pardon. Carney, though, stopped in his tracks. Good tackle by Grant Millington. Jeff Lima. Lima has barged his way over. Has he got that ball down? He reckons he has. Ben Thaler not convinced about the grounding of that. So another video ref decision. Second of the game for Thierry Alibert. Saint-Anne. Ben Thaler actually saying he's got to try.
Bill, I think he has. You can see when he gets to near the line, he keeps on pumping those legs. He gets his body low. He's been direct. You can see Milner trying to control him. Massey over the top. He gets his body. He gets out of the tackle. And I think he's got control. The ball's just tucked in his left arm. You can see Milner falls off. What do you think, Barry?
Well, it was a bit of a nothing run. I think that almost caught Castleford by surprise. Nathan Massey thinks he's got control of the ball.
Has he got the ball?
But he's over the top.
It's in his left arm. It's in his left arm.
He's shaking his head. He don't believe it.
I wonder if he thinks he has lost that.
Well, you can see that Milner is the hooker. He falls off. And then there's Jeff Lima. He's definitely carrying the ball in his left arm. So Massey, the number 13 for Castleford, has not got a grip of the ball on his right arm.
Try, yeah, good.
Well, Jeff Lima looking for his first try of the season. Is he going to get it? Courtesy of the video refs, he is. It's another try for the Catalan Dragons, who are already 15 minutes on the clock. They lead by 12 points to 0.
Well, it's
Thomas Bosk is going to take over the goal-kicking duties.
Well, it looks a difficult evening, doesn't it? For Castleford, they're definitely not into this game. And it's just a straight-up carry, a little drop-off from Policia. There's 4 players in attendance there. There's no Gavin, really. Jeff Lima, you can see him just keeps pumping those legs. Grant Millington's down below, but he gets over Adam Milner to score the try, and that just comes down to sheer power and sheer desire.
You're right, I thought it was Nathan Massey who took control of the ball, but it wasn't. It was Adam Milner, who isn't quite as big and strong as Jeff Lima. Falls off the ball. We'll take another look at it after the conversion, but Darryl Powell and Castleford Tigers will say that is a soft try to concede.
Well, that's Tristan Inu has missed with 2 goal-kicking attempts, so Thomas Bosk back in the side because of Scott Giroux's absence. Thumps that one home for his 12th successful goal kick of the season. Catalan lead by 12 points to 0, 16 minutes gone.
Well, it's almost a set-up carry. You see the play unfold here. Carney gets tackled, and Policia take the ball up. Jeff Lima, just get me to a position or a part of the pitch that we think we can play from. And Jeff Lima doesn't hear that or doesn't take any notice. He thinks I'm going to get my own meat pie here.
First of the season then for Jeff Lima, Olivier Elema. One appearance for the Castleford Tigers was in 2002 in a 74-16 win at Salford. Went on to over 250 career games. Here's Jason Botteri. He's had a very solid season for the Catalan Dragons. Botteri, virtual ever-present. Carney outside the 40, the kick is charged down, and it's back to 1. And Tristan Inu has the ball, and Inu, he is big, he is strong, he is hard to stop, but he can't keep hold of the ball.
It's a knock-on. No, because
Was it the free play?
No,
that's not a zero tack, it's not a free play.
I don't think it is, but I think
No,
was
he's
it
explaining that to the players, isn't he? Christian Inu. And this is a quality tackle from Justin Carney.
But it's not a free play because he charges the ball down, it comes off him, it's not actually a knock-on.
And that's what the Castleford players are being told by the referee. Ben Thaler, both me and you, says we admire the way that he communicates with the players, tells them what's going on, and if he thinks something is a certain way, he's got a unique way of telling those players, good rapport with them.
Here's Mike Channing in the Castleford side this week. And Castleford looking for just a good set of 6, really. Composed. Oh no, the referee spotted a knock-on.
Well, so did the fans as well.
The fans and the players were telling Ben Thaler there might be something there.
But they're Catalan fans, of course they will.
Yeah, it's Grant Millington who takes the ball and probably loses it in contact. Steve Ganson, he's over there, and I believe he's gone out there to talk to Bernard Gouache. Maybe get some common ground, 1 or 2 decisions, and particularly phases in matches where the Catalan club have felt they've been hard done to. Well, Steve Ganson's gone out there to discuss such issues.
Ben Pomeroy was in trouble not so long ago. Ben Pomeroy, 1-game ban, having been sent off against St Helens. There is Steve Ganson.
Don't go early, Nathan. Good, 2.
Ganson won't be in and out in the same day, Bill. I'll guarantee you that. He won't miss a free feed.
Flights are very hard to organise this time of year.
3. Move! Back here, boys.
Time to go via Barcelona as well.
Keep going, Nathan.
Or Benidorm.
Catalan once more advancing towards the Tigers line, which they've been doing with pretty relative ease so far in this game. Whitehead, he's driven back, and that's the 5th.
He's got hold. Play on 5.
Ball with Bosk, delicate little chip kick. Zeb Taylor is chasing it, but it's well gathered.
Oh,
Good, well followed up. Good follow-up.
Oliver Ellimer, Liam Finn, he must be so relieving that ball. Plonks in his breadbasket. He turns round and he sees a big barn door in front of him. Ellimer right in the centre of your screen. Liam Finn along with Zeb Taylor and one or two others. And the Dragons building pressure and in complete control of this game. The opening quarter has gone all the Dragons' way.
Well, they've just had all the field position, haven't they? From the kick-off, they've been put under pressure. The half-backs, Liam Finn and Luke Gale, have had nothing to play off. It's been a big physical game.
Mike Channing needing a bit of catching up from Matt Crowther.
They've been under some pressure, haven't they, Castleford Tigers? I'm looking at the bench. They've got the recently acquired Paul McShane on the bench now. He is a player that can change the rhythm of a game.
Jeremy, okay?
Here we go, here's the kick again. Superb kick, right in the spot that he wanted it, but quality kick chase.
Mike Channing still getting some treatments. He's been on loan at York for the last couple of months. That's his first appearance since early in May. And he's picked up a nasty cut already. Patched up. Castleford Tigers. Goal line dropout. Finds Benjamin Garcia. Had the distinction of scoring a hat-trick in defeat when the Catalan Dragons lost at Castleford earlier in the season. Garcia made a real impact in that game, playing from centres. Here's Pelletier. Gale brings him down. Jason Batteri quickly steps in to keep the ball moving for the Catalan Dragons. And Castleford back on their own try line. Bosk, short ball from Bosk, finds Carney, and Carney for the second week running is on the score sheet for the Catalan Dragons. And it is all going the Dragons' way in this game. A smile on the face of Todd Carney. That hasn't often happened this season in games. So much injury, bad luck the star signing has had, but he's ending the season with a bang.
Well, the Dragons razor sharp. 22 minutes of dominance. 9-7 to 6. Not too much deception around the play. Perfect execution. And Todd Carney. How the Catalan Dragons will look back on this season and say, if only we'd have had Todd Carney fit and available on more occasions, we could have been further up this ladder. But Thomas Bosch, he provided the killer pass, and although Todd Carney had to reach behind, he was in the gap. Good selection, good execution, and the full value for that 18, probably 20 points nil, and Castleford have a heck of a mountain to climb.
Todd Carney's first try against anybody other than the Huddersfield Giants this season. He got 2 against them at Magic Weekend. He got 1 last weekend in defeat. So he's got 1 against the Castleford Tigers. Louis Anderson getting ready to come on. Thomas Bosk getting ready to add the conversion. Another half-back running the Dragons next season. Richie Myler on his way there from the Warrington Wolves. Bosk still hanging around, 32 years of age, ever dependable. And 2 more points. Catalan lead by 20 points to 0.
The Catalan closer line, and you can see the number 24, Mike McMeekin, he's just ball watching. He's looking at Thomas Bosk inside. The ball goes, and it has that depth for Todd Carney to use his speed and use his vision to find that hole to score the try. This game is going to go away from Cass. They need something, they need somebody to inspire them, and if they don't score the next try, it could be a poor afternoon for them as well, Bill.
Well, you think of how determined, how committed they were in their last performance. You saw them beat Warrington. Epic contest, 17 points to 16.
Well, even the first round when they played at home against Hull FC, they won that game by 6 points, 36 points to 30. They're finding ways to win. They're toughing it out. In this game, they've just not toughed it out.
Phil Clark talks about it a lot. To reach your peak and your maximum week in, week out is really the side of a championship side, and that's where the strength and the depth of your team comes in, because you can't have the same 17 players it's impossible. So Castleford have a lot to do, but there's more than 50 minutes yet to go.
Very much in contention for that 4th place.
Move, Thomas!
Huddersfield,
Ready, boys, ready. Play on, play on.
St Helens, the other rivals in there.
Move, Louis!
4 games to go in the Super 8s after this one. Matt Cook.
3, movement! 10 metres, boys.
Really haven't had an opportunity in this game to test the Catalan Dragons' defence yet.
Well, McShane's on there. What will he offer? What will he bring that's different? Good work from Justin Carney, who fights to play the ball quick.
And isn't that what they need? Just someone, the first penalty for Castle, someone to just tuck the ball under the wing, run as hard as they can. Think about the consequences, what's going to happen. Am I going to get awarded a penalty? That's my reward. That's my team's reward. Let's have some decent field position, lads. Just camp down there. Spend some time near their line.
Well, first penalty of the game could be a lifeline for them. Because Catalan's defence is by no means rock solid, as we've seen at times this season, memorably against the Salford Red Devils in that 40-all draw. That's another ball loss. And that's another penalty, I think.
Yeah, it is. And Matt Cook, well, I think he's come on as prop forward. He excelled at prop back in March against Wigan. A quick tap here. Andy Lynch taking the battle forward. He knows that time is short. They need to come up with a try.
Here's Ben Roberts. Roberts shrugs aside. Easy for me to say. Gigo's challenge. And they're about 10 metres out of the Castleford Tigers. This is the best field position they've had in this game. Lynch stumbles.
Louis, wait, Louis.
Whitehead and Telissier make the tackle. Finn.
All players on the wrong script there. Their attitude, I know we're getting to find out what their attitude is, but their attitude might be better, sir, to enjoy possession, try and hand it over as close to their opponent's line as they can, and try and make the Dragons come away.
Rumbling run from Junior Moores takes him right underneath those posts. Milner's short ball, good defence. Cook hit that at speed, but that was great defence from the Catalan Dragons.
Yeah, and Bill, obviously if that comes off, it's a try, absolutely brilliant. But maybe better served just to drop it onto your boot, nudge it forward, get it into the in-goal area, maybe force that next set of 6.
That's encouraging, at least, for the Castleford Tigers.
It is, Bill. At least they've turned the ball over near to the opposition's line. This is where they can really work hard. This is where they can intimidate the opposition. And get that bit closer to your teammate. Well, that's a good drive, isn't it, bringing the ball away.
Still with some work to do to get out of their own half. It's a muggy evening. Louis Anderson, long striding run from the former Warrington Wolves player, who will be staying at Catalan. 2 more years for Louis Anderson.
He's a good player, Louis Anderson, isn't he? And this is another penalty. Was it the 5th tackle then?
Yeah, and that come off the back of Louis Anderson's quick play of the ball. The big fella, Bousquet, gets over the advantage line. He tries to play the ball, and Castleford always struggling with the ruck speed.
Julian Bousquet on the field. We've signed him up for another few years as well, a big prop forward. Garcia.
One movement, Matt!
So Castleford, after that brief examination of the Dragons' defence, come forward. That ball's been dropped by Bosk, and it's the free play. Referee will bring him back.
Well, again, difficult field position here now, Bill, for Cass. After giving that penalty away on the last play, find themselves close to the line, bringing the ball from there. They don't want to make the mistake. Here's the rip from Thomas Bosk on Ben Roberts, the fullback for Cass. There's the initial mistake from Catalan. And they've got enough game breakers, haven't they, Castleford?
Yeah, and I'm just looking at the body language. The last thing you want in this situation is for your team to go silent, or looking at the floor, or perhaps waiting for somebody else to speak. Get up and show some enthusiasm, passion for your job, and commitment to your role.
Oh,
now that's dangerous.
That is a crazy tackle.
That's dangerous.
I've got it. Take him that
Ben
way.
Pomeroy flings it. Ash Gibson lands his. It looks like he lands on his neck as well.
Give him some room.
Holy moly!
Wow, that is a dangerous tackle. And this is Pomeroy's first game back. He's just back from a suspension, isn't he?
Ash Gibson seems to be all there, but that could have been just absolutely crackers. Why do that?
Do you know, play the game.
Well, this could be really bad
Right,
for Pomeroy
Thierry, do you
again.
agree with that? Don't like that.
Do you know, more for playing the
He's
game
kicked him into his head.
physically,
Are you
all the
thinking it's
physical
serious as
battles
well,
that
Thierry?
you have, but
In my opinion, he flips him right over and he goes straight on his head.
could be in trouble here.
Yeah.
If he gets off with a sin binning, he's lucky. If he's sent off for the second successive home game, that takes some doing.
Gotta go. Oh.
He's
Ready to
gone.
go.
What a record that is. But that was absolutely
Yeah.
crackers.
There's no defence for that at all. Ben Pomeroy spinning around, doesn't know where he is, loses his marbles, disorientated, and has a brain explosion.
Well, do you know
And
what?
he can't blame anybody else.
Sorry, Barry. You know what Ben Pomeroy is? He's big, he's strong, he's aggressive. But you've just got to make sure you're in control of those emotions. You've got to make sure when you're defending, if you put the player into a dangerous position, you've got to either leave go of him or you can't do it in the first place.
There's no issue about that.
Well, I'm sure that there could be a suspension coming up again.
Well,
As
that's
I say,
probably
he's lasted 28 minutes. Back his first game.
Back-to-back sendings off in home games.
Deal with it, that's fine.
I defy Ian Proctor even.
Might
He
even
will.
have-
He'll come up with it. I'm pretty
In
certain.
my opinion,
The more you look at it, the worse it becomes, doesn't it?
he just makes
Yeah, you
contact
just
with
hope
his back, it's just a clear
Ash
foul.
Gibson's okay,
Yeah.
and I'm sure in the light of day when Ben Pomeroy gets back in the changing room, he thinks about the ramifications of the red card. I think that will be second to Ash Gibson being okay in that challenge. Jerome Guise, he knows how difficult it's going to be now. They're in a commanding position, 22-0 on the 20-0 on the scoreboard, but this is a really serious injury.
Well, Steve Ganson's over there, and he's gone over there for chats and just to make sure that they clear up there's no conspiracy theory. That was an out-and-out send-off, that, in my opinion.
You can't ever come back on the bench today. You can't come back on the bench.
The stretcher there
Just be careful.
for
that's
Ash
up there.
Gibson,
Yeah, man.
making his 150th career appearance. Or no, he did actually
Well done, that's upset,
a couple of weeks ago make his 150th career appearance. That was
Well,
the
his
game
legs are
against
moving,
Hull.
Bill. That's a good thing. And I hope this is just precautionary and everybody just doing and looking at the worst case scenario. But I agree with you, Tez. The more you watch that, the worse it looks.
You say, what was Ben Pomeroy thinking? But the answer might be he wasn't thinking.
No,
It was complete
because
disregard.
and you're talking in flashes and split seconds. Players practice and they work on wrestling techniques, and obviously they're big and strong. They're big human beings, big athletes, big athletic people that, you know, in the gym throw significant amount of weight around.
But they're your fellow professionals.
Yeah,
Ultimately.
yeah, and I don't think that was the objective of Ben Pomeroy. And
Yeah.
like I say, I think when he gets in the change room, he'll want to know how Ash Gibson is.
You want to go into, whether you're carrying the ball or whether you're not carrying the ball, you want to make sure that you come out on top. You don't go in there to injure a fellow player. And I'm sure now, as Barry says, if we sat in the changing room, they'll be thinking, first of all, I hope Ashley Gibson's okay. And secondly, he'd be thinking, I shouldn't have done that.
Well, they managed to see out the win against St Helens with 12 men last time out after Pomeroy was sent off, so they can do it. They're 20-0 up against the Castleford Tigers, but this has given the Tigers every incentive now.
Well, now with the 12 men that they've got, the scoreboard's their friend, isn't it? Because they've got a decent lead, 20 points, so it's more than 3 converted tries. Cast the way that they've started in the opening 28 minutes, they've been behind the black ball. They need to perform better. They need to kick the ball long, chase it really hard, things that they've not been doing.
Just in the background, you see Gadwin Springer, the former Catalan junior, just warming up to add insult to the already difficult situation that Catalan are about to face.
Well, interesting, we were talking earlier on when we saw Steve Ganson out there that he'd gone over possibly to talk about disciplinary matters with Bernard Swag. One or two things to say, the Catalan chairman. Well, just add that one to the list.
Yeah, I don't think he'd be able to smooth that one over, because that is what it is, isn't it?
You can't argue with that. Everyone can see the tackle. Everyone can see that it's illegal. Everyone can see that it's a penalty. So, although you will try and defend your players and you will try and defend your club, that's very hard. Sometimes you've got to put your hand up saying, yep, you've got us there. That is a clear-cut penalty. It's a clear-cut sending off. I've got no problem with that.
Well, there is Gadwin Springer waiting to come on. Watch the Catalan Dragons, French Guiana born Springer, and I've read something suggested he was the first South American player in Super League. But the Gardner brothers, A.D. and Matt, have something to say about that, because their family, their mother's family, come from Brazil. And in actual fact, Matt Gardner is playing rugby union for Brazil Sevens at the moment and could well feature in the Olympics.
Bow to your superior knowledge.
You get all the facts, don't you, Bill?
It's a lonely life I lead. Gadwin Springer, well, he's looked good for the castleford Tigers since joining them. Moved from Catalan in July, and he's made 4 appearances so far.
Well, I remember him scoring a try early on this year for Catalan. Came onto a crash ball. He's got good footwork, he's got good strength, good speed. And he's certainly an asset to Darryl Powell at Castleford.
How could I doubt him? Ian Proctor's already come up with the answer, because Ben Pomeroy is actually the 3rd Catalan player to be sent off twice. Alex Chan, previously sent off twice. Well, I'll give you a guess as to who else. And you're looking, Barry, so you're not going to cheat. You're ruled out of this.
I didn't get where I am today. Not cheating, Bill.
Ash Gibson leaving the field on a stretcher. Let's hope that that's...
Here it is, boys!
As the boys have said, that's a precautionary measure. He's back on his feet soon after that tackle from Ben Pomeroy. Has had him sent off. The 3rd player, I should say, after Alex Chan and who else? He's cheated. You can have a go.
Felicia.
He's got lovely wine.
We talked about him a couple of weeks ago.
David Ferriol.
David Ferriol, that's the one.
Boys. Keep it focused, discipline.
After all that, it's a Castleford Tigers penalty.
Low.
And Ash Gibson examined back in the dressing room and hopefully will be back on his feet. And Pomeroy will play no further part in this game, quite justifiably after that tackle. Well, he wasn't a tackle.
It's Junior Moores who's come on for Castleford. I'll try and update the viewers as to what the formation looks like. I think it's McMeekin in the centre and Channing, so two former London Broncos players, over in the right centre and winger spots.
Lynch. Well, this is a real opportunity for the Castleford Tigers to get back into this game. Little kick in, and Carney will eventually dot the ball down. Perfect kick, and immediately they've capitalised, or have they? Because referee Ben Thaler wants the video ref to just check the onside, offside, that kick for Carney. And has he started the fight back?
Well, it was a fabulous kick, wasn't it? It was well weighted, and that man, Justin Carney, he's got a knack of getting in the right place at the right time. The vision that he has, you can see that, I think it's Matt Cook just poking his nose through. The Catalan line is not back, it's not set, so there's no pressure on the kicker, the number 7, Luke Gale. So he has time to put that kick exactly where he wants it. You can see on the edge, he's well onside. There's no problem here from Justin Carney. He gets the ball, he grounds it, there's nothing wrong here.
Justin Carney, what a try machine he is. Could be his 18th of the season, his 63rd in 62 appearances. It is, I'm sure. And it's points on the board for the first time in this game for the Castleford Tigers. The fight back is on, and it's led by the tank on the flank.
Well, this is what they need, a quick play ball up near the opposition's try line. And you can see what Luke Gale can do. They've got 2 very good kickers of the ball, Castleford, in Liam Finn and Luke Gale. and they can place that kick anywhere where they want when they're not under that pressure. And if you put the ball into the vicinity of where Justin Carney is, you know that he's going to focus on catching that ball and scoring that try. Exactly what they need here, Bill.
Luke Gale composing himself. And 2 more points before the half-hour mark would be a further boost for the Castleford Tigers as they eat their way into the early lead that the Catalan Dragons have built up here in Perpignan. But Gale is on target. 20 points to 6, the scoreline.
Well, the question is, do Castleford Tigers, they can get back into this game? They've gone the first stage towards getting that. 4 unanswered tries for the Catalan Dragons. And Cas Tigers strike back, but I'm sure when Daryl Powell gets his side back in the changing rooms at half-time, just over 10 minutes before he gets hold of them, he'll talk about belief. He'll say, if the Dragons have scored 20 points as it is now, 20 points, then we're capable of doing it, if you truly believe it.
Well, Catalan are going to have to play for best part of an hour with 12 men.
And that could take its toll, but as we saw against St Helens, you stick together. Catalan Dragons do what got them in this position, then have a good chance of coming out on the other side. I'm still backing Castleford Tigers, though.
Well, given that they're playing against 12 men, that's an outrageous gamble, that is.
But you know what, though, Bill?
I backed them on Wednesday, though, Bill.
Sometimes, though, when you're playing against 12 men, when you're trying to play outside them, you go away from what your job was. Take the ball forward, win the contact, win the collision, get down, play the ball as quick as you can, and just play what's in front of you.
And Bill, the reason I mentioned Daryl Powell, I think he's an amazing coach who's really learnt and honed his skill and his trade as a coach. Of course, Coach of the Year last year, and who's to say he won't get the same at the end of this year. You get your players in at half-time, and it's the biggest influence you will have during the week. During the week, you're planning for things that might happen. At half-time, you're talking about things that have happened.
Finn launches another kick. Pismaninu comes and claims that, and then runs into defenders, including Gadwin Springer. So it's a big game this for Springer, back on home soil. Gigo slithering across the turf under the tackle from Liam Finn.
Play on, he dummied it! Play on, he dummied to play the ball!
Looking for a penalty then. And what Cass need to do, play this game at speed. Ian Henderson's on now. So we'll give a bit of steel in the middle to Catalan defensively. Very shrewd as well from dummy half.
Garcia plays the ball. And Bosk puts a good kick in. I think he's inside his 40. It's a good strong kick, that is, but Channing, wearing the bandage for that cut over his eye, runs it back.
Well, that is an excellent kick. On the 4th tackle, chose to kick that ball to the corner. What you need to do as well when you're playing against a team that's 12 men, get the ball to the middle of the park, make sure you can split the defenders. Justin Carney again, he comes in field, he comes looking for that work. He's got a really healthy appetite.
Catalan player still down on the ground in the background. Busquet with the tackle. Milner, really busy, Adam Milner. Shenton, quick hands from Shenton, but that pass wide, and there's a bit of confusion there. A lot of bodies out wide when Shenton tried to find Carney.
Well, they've won a couple of players there, Bill. And what they're trying to do here, then, it's all about speed. It's all about trying to get on the outside of Catalan because they've got that numerical advantage. And if that pass goes to Justin Carney, maybe it could have been a try. But unfortunately, when the ball goes into touch and it doesn't come off, it just gives the possession and position to the opposition. There's a problem here now with Thomas Bosk.
Yeah, I've got it. Time's up, mate.
Whack on the neck by the look of things for the 32-year-old.
Be careful, you.
Starting today alongside Todd Carney, Scott Giroux, absent. He'll be hoping to be back to at least say farewell to the Catalan fans when they face the Leeds Rhinos in the final home game of the season on September the 12th. That will be a big night in Perpignan with the likes of Ian Henderson, Zeb Taylor, Scott Giroux, Elliot Whitehead, all bowing out, and they do farewells good. They do a really good farewell in Perpignan, don't they?
Maybe, yes, they do. I was just going to say maybe it'd be a great night down there for them. But they've given good service, haven't they? They've been great service to the club. All those players that you've mentioned.
Will be a big night. That's Kevin Sinfield's birthday as well, September the 12th. Catalan penalty. And Carney thumps that one into touch. Two Carneys on the field, and they were actually teammates at one stage in their career, Todd and Justin Carney. They played together at Canberra Raiders in 2008, not many games together. Henderson. Bosk restored to fitness, Garcia, but quickly wrapped up. Ollie Holmes, good tackle, as ever. Dependable Oliver Holmes. Zebtea, Escray, little kick ahead, Zebtea. He was a sandwich in the Tigers. He was the meat in a Tigers sandwich, I should say, and then he escapes.
Well, there's a big collision when that ball was bobbling on the floor. It's Sigismo. He collides when the ball is bouncing. Here, Castleford's try line, you see, just splayed out in the background. Escray, he puts the ball through. There you go, it's Ben Roberts. That's a big head clash.
Well, first of all, I think what the referee's looking at here, was there obstruction on Morgan Escray, but was there also obstruction on Liam Finn here? Does Zebtea run into Liam Finn, take him out? McMeekan, well, he collides with Morgan Escray. So a couple of things to look at. I think this is play on this for Cass.
Yeah, I agree, Tez. Sigismo, he's just trying to collect and gather his thoughts, as Ben Roberts is, I'm sure.
Would you say that was a bit of a brain explosion on the second player kicking that ball? You got another four tackles.
Yeah, I think that's what Lauren Fresinu will be saying to him. But Morgan Escray is that type of player. He's given that freedom, and you'd probably allow him that expression. There's a head clash. That's a nasty one. Knowing that Morgan Escray has the speed and ability to regather that, you'd probably allow him that freedom, but I think he had his time again. He'll probably choose the higher percentage play. It's 2-on-2. Probably guilty of playing for a penalty there, Tez. Would you agree? Kicking it and running into a defender.
Yeah, I just think he was trying to find something, Barry, that wasn't there.
Yeah, a bit cynical from the fullback. Catalan Dragons might have lost another player for the afternoon. This time they'll be able to make a substitution.
22-year-old Jordan Sigismo leaves the field then, the player who's really a newcomer to the sport of rugby league. He was signed from USAP, the rugby union club in Perpignan. Comes originally from Réunion, the island in the Indian Ocean colony.
One thing you can't doubt is his commitment when he goes into a tackle, can you? He certainly throws himself in.
Michael, wait there, Michael.
And Roberts suffering no ill effects from that collision.
Discipline, boys.
And it's with the Castleford Tigers after all that. No penalty, no knock-on.
Move it until get on the line.
It's the Tigers. It's a good deal, that, isn't it? But given Scott Moore's gone to Castleford, he's now out for the rest of the season. They've gone to Wakefield.
A very good player, got an incredible rugby brain. Needs that quick play the ball. He's a little bit like James Roby. You give him the fast play the ball, and he'll make fools of defenders. Got a good left-footed kicking game out of dummy half as well.
You know, with an important tackle on Michael Shenton. And Gale drills the kick in, doesn't get great distance on it, and Bosk is back there to field it, and it's with Morgan Escray.
Surrender!
Chase led by Liam Finn.
And they're finding the way into this game now, Casford, whether it's because of the send-off to Ben Pomeroy, or whether it's just because they were caught a little cold and they just couldn't really get into the rhythm of the game, but they're certainly there now.
Zebtea. Gavin Springer among the tacklers, and his former teammate Ian Henderson. Jason Batteri. 4 tackles gone as Batteri gets to the feet to play the ball. Catalan still leading by 20 points to 6, but defending that lead with 12 players on the field. Ben Pomeroy sent off for a ridiculous tackle, which has seen Ash Gibson stretch it from the field. Carney is going to have to take that one over his own Dead ball line, it was a good kick. There they are, former teammates Carney and Carney. Exchanging jokes.
Sounds like a firm of solicitors, but then that ball gets put up in the air. The fullback and the winger are both looking at each other in the Castleford shirts, and it's Justin Carney who eventually takes responsibility and doesn't want a bar of it. He just runs out, gets the ball off the island and takes the goal line dropout.
And it's a basic set of 6 as well for Catalan. There was nothing too expansive, couple of drives off the rut and then the kick over the top. Okay, it took a lucky bounce, but this is where Catalan need to be now.
Goal line dropouts. Carney, T is underneath it for the Catalan Dragons, and Bateri. Strong run, right back towards that Tigers try line. There are still plenty of big men out there for the Catalan Dragons. That's one thing they have plenty of. Busquet is another of them. Elliot Whitehead is another of them. And they will come hard at this Castleford Tigers defence now. Springer involved in the tackle. And now Carney gives it a little bit of width. It goes backwards and it's snapped up well. Well covered by Mike McMeekin there.
Well, again, Bill, the first 3 players off the ruck trying to suck those Castleford defenders in, trying to create that space on the edge. Unfortunately, the ball goes down and it's Castleford now to bring it away.
Well, even though they're 14 points behind, the Tigers don't need to panic. They can just eat away at this Catalan Dragons lead. They'll be draining the Catalan defence.
And that's it, Bill. They've got 14 points in them. Just take some energy out of them. If you don't get them here in the first half, you don't need to score. Maybe you'll get them the back end of the game.
McShane, Gale. Oh, Carney bursting onto that ball, but Justin Carney bursting onto it. Todd Carney trying to pick up the spill. Luke Gale with a nod of a shake of the head. That all went wrong.
Well, again, it's the work ethic from Carney where he's coming in. He hits a real hard, aggressive line off that man, Luke Gale. Unfortunately, he loses possession, but he's certainly eager. Showed a good intent early on in the first half. Justin Carney, the man who's on the left wing for Castleford.
Talking of wingers, Catalan Dragons signing Jody Broughton this week, or announcing the signing of Jody Broughton, and another of their new recruits. Good
signing, good signing. He's one of the fastest players in the game. And, in terms of his Huddersfield career, he's just lost his position. He's waiting for other players. Aaron Murphy and Jermaine McGilvery having wonderful seasons. He's outside that duo and he'll find a good home, and I'm sure the Dragons spectators and fans will enjoy him in full flight.
We'll put him on the end of some of the creativity that Catalan have got, and that's a pretty potent attacking weapon to have.
Good professional as well, Jody Broughton. I know Paul Anderson commented on it early in the year when he had to go to Oldham on loan. Never lost his discipline, never lost his professionalism. So he'd be good off the pitch as well, Jody Broughton.
Garcia plays the ball, Whitehead, and then Bosk hoists the kick. It's another good one, and it's well gathered by McMeekin. It'll be a tap on the 20. He's had a great season as the former London Bronco, Mike McMeekin.
Yeah, do you know what, Bill? I remember watching him as a youngster playing for London when he was 16. He was absolutely huge, so much ability, and he's a very good signing for Darryl Powell. I think he's fitted in, he's slotted right in to the Castleford side, the ethos. He brings an awful lot whenever he puts a pair of boots on.
McMeekin, born in Basingstoke. Channing playing the ball, born in Guildford. In this Castleford Tigers side.
Yeah, well, it displays that myth. You need a northern accent or an Antipodean accent to play this game. Not so.
Here is McMeekin. Todd Carney with the tackle. That's the 5th. Now then Finn goes the other direction this time, and it's well taken by Zeb Teya, and Teya gets the ball inside for Escaray. It's going to bubble up for Escaray. It's bounced kindly for the fullback. Escaray's got pace. They won't catch Morgan Escaray. He slows in the final stretches and gets the ball down, but is it a try? How did that ball come free? I reckon it was just a ricochet off the legs.
Well, I think this is a try, Bill. To answer your question, on first glance, good reactions. Zeb Teya, we know the quality of him. It's the banana kick from Liam Finn. There's the offload, hits his knee, picks it up, and that's a try for me, Tez.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong, is there? And when Channing goes up,
He's making sure
I don't think he thinks that he's going to get the ball.
Off his knees.
No problem, it comes off his left knee. The offload from Zebteye. Picks the ball up cleanly, and then all of a sudden it's a foot race.
Well, we're talking about Jody Broughton being one of the fastest players in Super League. Well, certainly look forward to watching those sprints in training with those two.
Yeah, well, they're looking at his right hand there. His right hand misses the ball.
No, this is a try.
Yeah.
The foreign very quickly to look at that one again, and apologies for the loss of pictures as we await that decision on that try for, or no try for, Morgan Escar.
Try.
Des acteurs principaux de cette bonne première mi-temps. Todd, it seems you are back on track. That's a pleasure. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I feel good. This is my first game, first double game, so it's good to be out here, and the boys are going well. We've just got to keep it out the second half with 12 men.
It seems true that your combination with Thomas Bosk is working today. That's a good thing for the future.
Yeah, definitely. Our go forward was good today, and Thomas' talk's been good today. So we just got to keep going on the back of our go forward, kick well, and just stay in the contest.
Thanks. Keep going, man.